Wow, is it Thursday already? I completely forgot. I haven't even started a video yet. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, I think I'll show some animals, I'll show off my gym, and cue up the time lapse. This is odd. I'm here to pick up Luke like I do every day at this time of day, and I'm like the first person here on this street. Usually it's relatively backed up by this time. He actually doesn't even get out for another 15 minutes, but yeah, definitely during winter for sure. This is how early you have to come to line up and get a spot relatively close to the school. So I got 15 minutes to kill. I think after I get Luke, there's this one spot at the top of the hill. If you go up our road and you continue up the valley to the very top, there's this one spot I've wanted to get a picture in the winter time of, like an old shed, barn type structure, and a big tree right beside it. And I should have taken it a couple weeks ago when we had a lot of frost on the trees. It would have looked spectacular. But I actually haven't checked on it in a couple of years. I don't always like returning back to the exact same spot to take photos regularly. But this is one I think, you know, I can definitely return to, and I definitely haven't done it in the winter. And I haven't done it with my new camera, my 80D and the lens on it. So I'm going to go up there. The timing may not be perfect because we'll be getting up there probably around 3:30. Sun doesn't set till probably close to 5. So ideally, you know, 4 to 4:30 or maybe even a little after would probably be ideal time. But I'm going to drive up there anyways, see what it looks like, and then head home, finish work, and show my gym.
Are we doing a time lapse at 1 second?
A time lapse of you?
What?
I don't know if it can see you, Luke.
Yeah, it's kind of pointing at the mirror.
Can you fix it?
There.
Oh, you can't reach. How was your day?
Good. Yours?
Good. Thank you very much for asking. I'll probably cut that out.
Oh.
But don't just film me. This is what happens when you let a 10-year-old control the camera.
I can kind of see up here one nostril.
Oh.
Hi, Activon camera.
So I try to get the videos down as short as I can and cut out all the
Dumb parts.
Yeah, as much as I can. I mean, I still have some dumb parts, but... So I was gonna go and take pictures basically in that direction. As you can see, the sun is intense. It's so bright. Wrong time of day. I've given up on that. I gotta get back to work anyways. So I'm just gonna go down the barn and check on some animals, and then I'll go back in and finish up work, and then I'll do the little tour of my gym that I was gonna do for today. And that'll be it for today. Hey, Sonny. It's not too bad out today. Hey? Not very often you see a pig wanting to play hockey, so that's pretty cool. That's a Canadian pig. Canadian bacon. Oh, look at those cute kittens. Hey, Spot? Stripe? Time to talk about my gym. So this was our first piece of equipment, the treadmill. And we've had this for about 9 years. And honestly, this is a good treadmill. It's very basic, as you can see. There's not a lot of gadgets on here. There's no TV or anything like some of the more current models have. But it does have a long deck, which is one thing I definitely wanted. And we've actually just replaced the deck 2 years ago. So this one's kind of on its last legs. I'm giving it maybe another year or two, hopefully another year or two. Has thousands of miles on it, I can tell you that. This cost about $2,000, and I would say $2,000 is probably what you're looking at for kind of a basic model, good treadmill. And I use that about 3 or 4 times a week. Now the gym itself is actually a big upgrade to what we had 2.5 years ago, before we moved into this house. And we were lucky enough when we bought this house that it had a bedroom this size in the basement, that I could basically convert into my gym. Since it's only myself, Leanne, and Luke, we don't really need 4 bedrooms. So I brought everything over from our old house and then added to it. And so I'll kind of go over the equipment I had before and the stuff that's new since we moved here 2.5 years ago. But everything you see here has been added to, including the treadmill. I mean, that was the first piece of equipment. But everything else here has been added to over the last 7 years. And just kind of piecemeal, but as I need stuff. I went out and got new stuff. So it's just kind of evolved into this fantastic gym. I love this space. So the first thing that we started with after the treadmill were the free weights. They're in my workout almost every day, outside of running, of course. And I think they're probably still the best tool for working out and for helping to stay fit. And so we didn't start with all of these. I added them as I needed them, because you're paying about $1 per pound around there, and so it gets more expensive as the weights go up. The top weights I have there are 45 pounds. There's some exercises I could probably go more, but I've kind of found that if I need more, I'm just going to go to the barbell anyways. And really I'm kind of running out of floor space anyways until we can get some kind of rack in place to hold some of these. But for these 10 pounders here, honestly, we got them at Walmart or Canadian Tire or whatever, and they're maybe $20, and they do the job. I do like these rubberized dumbbells, as well as these ones here. They're kind of a vinyl, I think it's some kind of vinyl coating on them. And these ones here would have come from Fitness Depot here in Canada. Most of them are from Fitness Depot. You'll see my 30 pounds kind of sticking out like a sore thumb right here. And I highly recommend not getting those ones. I was kind of in a rush to get 30 pounds, and I ran to Walmart and that's all they had. And I haven't fully needed to replace them yet, so I haven't, so they still sit there. But I don't like them. They're chipping now, and if you accidentally bang them while you're working out, they start flaking, and yeah, they're just not as nice, and the grip isn't as nice as what these other ones from Fitness Depot are. So the 45 pounds, you're looking at $90 to $100 for those ones. The next piece of equipment we added was this bench, and this is another fantastic tool to help with workouts, definitely with the free weights. I mean, the bench can be used for so many different things. This as well, like probably about 90% of my stuff is from Fitness Depot. I like their brand. This is Northern Lights, and it's made in Canada. And we've had this for, I'm thinking about 7 years now. And there's not much to complain about it. I mean, it's a solid bench, solid seat. About the only thing I don't really love about this is where the hinge is here. There's quite the gap, and quite often sitting down on it, my tailbone will hit that. So I usually put a towel across there. But otherwise, it's fantastic. It will lower, the back piece will lower all the way down, or it will come up in, I think, 3 different positions, maybe 4 different positions, but it's a very solid bench. It's quite heavy too, actually. There's pieces that can go on the front here for a leg attachment. We don't use that too much. And there's also another piece that can be used for sit-ups and so on, like incline sit-ups, which I sometimes use. Now, I can't talk about my gym without talking about this floor. It is made of recycled tires, if I remember correctly. It's a commercial grade floor that is used in several universities down in the US, as well as multiple fitness facilities, and it is fantastic. It was really easy to score, to cut, to fit into this room. It's made up of tiles that are, if I recall, 24 by 24 inches. It's probably about half an inch thick. And this whole floor, to cover this room is about 14 feet by 10.5 feet, was about $800. So it's not cheap. It's nice to have. We got hardwood floors under this, so I didn't really want to be wrecking that. Hopefully I haven't wrecked it, dropping some of the weights and stuff. But it's a real tough rubber, like it's not spongy or anything. So far it's worked out really well in the last 2.5 years. I have no complaints about it. There is no odor from it, so it went down and nothing, no smells or anything. Highly recommend it. Okay, so this is the main structure in the room. This is my CrossFit rig, and when we moved here 2.5 years ago, this is what I wanted. I planned it for probably about a year before buying it. This model is actually made in Canada. It's through Fitness Depot, and you actually buy each of the components separate. So I kind of designed this how I wanted it. A lot of CrossFitters are probably familiar with the brand name Rogue. Rogue is, if not probably the biggest name in CrossFit equipment. Rogue equivalent of this would have cost me well over $2,000, including the shipping up to Canada, which is a crazy amount. I was able to get this from Fitness Depot for about $1,200 and picked it up here in Calgary. It's extremely sturdy. The steel is exactly the same as what you would get with a Rogue model, so it's very heavy duty. It's all manufactured in Canada, so I'm extremely happy with this. So I mostly wanted this set up so I could do squats and bench pressing. So that's why you see all the barbell weights here. These are all Olympic size barbell weights. These are the 10 pounds up here and 25s down here, and I got a couple 45s down there. I've got more than enough weight for myself. My Olympic bar is about 38 pounds, I think. It's a 7-foot bar. It was on the ground there. And there are J hooks. Oh, they're way up here. And so they can be moved anywhere on here. You can see all the holes going down. So it's very adjustable, as well as the little arms here that can be moved up and down as well, spotter arms. So great for working out by yourself. And then my multi-grip pull-up bar, I love this thing, just because you can grab it so many different ways. You'll also notice my TRX hook sitting on here, or strap, whatever you want to call it. So maybe I'll talk a little bit about some of the extras that I've got in the room that I do use for working out. So the TRX, pretty popular suspension trainer. I honestly don't use it a lot. I fit it into my workouts probably once a year. I update my plan every 2 or 3 months. So one of those plans during the year, I'll fit in some TRX. I don't personally love doing just TRX. I tried it when I first got it, and I didn't love some of the exercises. Some of them are really good, push-ups, inverse rows, I guess you would call them, laying on the ground and pulling up. And some of the core exercises I think are fantastic with it if you can get your feet into the straps and twist it around and stuff. For $200 though, it does seem a little excessive. I don't know that I would go with TRX brand again if I had to do it. I think there's some copycats out there that offer the same thing for cheaper. So, but it's not bad. It's cool to try for sure. One of my favorite things to use are medicine balls. So I've got 4 of them lying around, and I like using these for especially push-ups and balancing on them for push-ups. So I got 4 so I can get both my feet on medicine balls and then my hands on medicine balls. So it's good for stabilization. Push-up bars. So I don't often use these, but I do like pulling them out once in a while just to change things up a little bit, get a little bit deeper in the push-ups. This gadget is to attach to the barbell, which then attaches to the landmine. The barbell goes into the landmine attachment. It sits on the Crossfit Rig over here. I don't know if I'm getting that. And then you can use it for shoulder exercises, back exercises, and whatnot. The only thing that I'm missing on here right now is a dip bar, so I can do dips. I have one out in the garage, but I don't get to it too often unless I'm doing a garage workout, but that's not usually until spring or summer anyway, so I'm definitely missing it. And of course, the last pieces here, mats, yoga mats. Buy these at Walmart, Canadian Tire, Target, wherever, nice and cheap, and probably need to replace some of ours here. I know they're getting a little bit cut up, and we've had them for probably about 6 or 7 years as well. The other things that are nice, and I probably should use this a little bit more, but these rollers are fantastic, especially I like them on the back and the legs. So this one's a little bit of a, this one's got the bumps on it that digs in a little bit deeper into the muscles, and then of course the bigger roller I like for the back, and then smaller rollers for the legs. The last two pieces of equipment to help stay energized and motivated in a workout: music, and this just runs through Bluetooth, so I just stream that through my phone. The TV, every once in a while you want to watch TV, and of course I've got some workout videos there. I don't always do those anymore. P90X was fantastic, I really like that. Insanity is pretty crazy, but it's good. And some of the others, they're okay, they're not bad. But I don't always use them. But when I do use them, I know I'm off by heart now, but it's good for kind of timing your workout, just so you're not taking too long of breaks in between. So I think that's about it for my gym. I got a few other things in here, like the plyo box, a few things in the garage as well, like a punching bag, and like I said, my dip machine, and that's about it. So everything I need to try and stay fit, healthy. Turning 45, so gotta keep it up, right? Okay, I think I've delayed enough. I think it's probably time for me to work out and end this video.